American Falls entering year 2 under head coach Tim Hoppe. The Beavers haven't won more than 3 games in a season since 2016. Coach Hoppe saying building a culture is priority number 1.
When you lose a lot, it can beat you down, and it scares a lot of kids away from coming out to compete. So trying to turn that around, not just in football, but throughout the whole school.
The Beavers finished 0-8 last fall while adapting to the new playbook.
We were just completely learning new stuff, and it was a little confusing at first, but now that we've had a year to settle in, coming in this year, we've been way more focused and ready and prepared.
There's more guys that just feel like, you know, there's something I could be of this year, and they've been coming out. I know there's some of my friends that quit like last year, and then they decided to come out here because it's been different, and they seem.
Now we have a really good group of kids that have really bought into what we're talking about every day.
With only 6 seniors on this year's squad, the focus remains on building the foundation for future success.
I'm going to have the same exact team pretty much for 2 years in a row. So we're looking at the first year of that, see what we can do, and then we're looking to be pretty good the next year after that.
Changing the culture won't happen overnight, but this year's group hopes to leave their mark.
Make the playoffs. It's been a long drought since that's happened, and that's something we want to strive for and push for.
The last time that we even went to the state tournament, my dad was in school, and he, it just I want to flip that around. We haven't won and went to the state tournament for a couple years, and I want to change that, and I want to be a part of that.
The worst thing in football and high school football is when you are looking up at a score in the third quarter or the fourth quarter, and you run out of bounds and the clock doesn't stop because you're down by too many points. I don't foresee us having that issue at all this year. I just want to be in a spot in the fourth quarter of every game to have a chance to win.
Then we got Coach Hoppe mic'd up.
Yeah, ready to go. Good. Don't need a drink?
I think we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
I need a drink.
I want a drink.
Same, bro. Don't be a sissy, dude. Hot. Oh, that's a touchdown. Touchdown. Oh, it's just like a trap. You got to take it wider, though, because you're not running back in that A gap. You're running in this A gap. Oh. Drop my touchdowns. Hey, explain what a crawfish is to him. Yeah. Ready, set, go. You don't know what it is either? It's what you're doing right here. You know how crawfish swim? Backwards. Y'all killing my completion percentage. Killing it. Oh, that's it.
Chop 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Chop 1.
This American Falls, they don't call penalties on against us. Let's go.
Finally, we asked the Beavers some funny questions. Who's the most reliable guy on the team?
Brock Bailey's the captain this year. The dude tore his shoulder up last year and had to skip out on wrestling season. Rehabbed all offseason. He was everything last year. He was an all-league player on defense.
Brock Bailey's very reliable. He shows up to everything on defense. He makes a ton of tackles, and he's always doing his job.
Zach, Greg, he's a really good dude. He's came out for a lot of stuff, and you can rely on him.
What's your pregame meal?
I feel kind of old saying it, but it's oatmeal.
I don't really eat pregame. I drink C4s.
I drink a lot of milk pregame. Work on a dairy farm. Gotta get some of that fresh milk in.
What's something we should know about Coach Hoppe?
He drinks a ton of energy drinks before games. He'll drink 4 of those things.
My wife and I are binge watching Naked and Afraid every single season. There's a lot of seasons, so there's a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Was that your pick or hers?
That was my pick. Yep. I love outdoors. I love camping, and then you're gonna throw in no clothes and people fighting with each other. It's entertaining.
Strongest guy on the team?
I think Brock's still the strongest guy, even though he had to take a few months off lifting.
Brock Bailey, definitely.
Well, probably me.
Who's the fastest guy on the team?
Austin Adair's fastest.
Definitely Austin Adair.
Probably Zach Grigg, only a sophomore. He's our starting halfback this year.
Who's the best looking guy on the team?
Probably Josh Nebeker.
I would say myself, but I'll say myself. I'll give me some credit there.
Pablo. Okay, Pablo is he's like a 300-pound Bruno Mars.
The Beavers are 0-1 after a close loss to Malad last week. Next up, they'll head to Aberdeen to take on the Tigers Friday night.